Welcome to Today Matters, our short devotional in the Word of God. And folks, it's Friar Friday, but even more important than that today is our 100th Today Matters devotional. We made it to 100 devotionals. Way to go. Thank you for watching. If you have seen all 100, you are going to receive a special gift in heaven for your faithfulness. Anyway, hey, we love you. Thank you for tuning in and being part of this devotional. And as I mentioned, it's Friar Friday, and it's been a test of perseverance of our faith because our Padres have been playing for a week now, and it is the first time in a long time that they are still in the playoff race on July 31st. As are the Giants, for those of you in our campus in Pacifica, and as are the Royals, for those of you watching at our campus in Kansas. It's baseball time. I love it. Okay, we're in 1 Peter, and we're talking about Christian suffering. Those of us that Padre fans, we understand what that means. Okay, as Peter mentions in 1 Peter 4:12, when he said, "Dear friends, do not be surprised at the painful trials you're suffering, as though something strange were happening to you." Today, I'm going to go farther in the topic and look at verse 13 as well. When it comes to suffering as a Christian, yesterday I told you that you just have to realize, right? It's going to happen. It's unavoidable. It's like a Prius going 40 miles an hour in the fast lane. You just know it's going to happen. And you just point and you say, "Forgiven," right? Remember that? Okay. Now, here's the second thing about Christian suffering. I want you to write this down if you're a note taker. Rejoice when it does happen. Now, this is odd. This is not easy. But the Bible tells us to rejoice. Peter says, realize it's going to happen, and he says, rejoice when it does happen. Verse 13 says it like this: "Instead, rejoice, for these trials make you partners with Christ in his suffering, so that you will have the wonderful joy of seeing his glory when it is revealed to all the world." Notice it says when it is revealed, not if it is. It's going to be revealed to all the world. He says, don't complain about it. But he actually says celebrate it. Don't have a pity party, have a party. Now that sounds like masochism, like a martyr's complex, something ridiculous. But I love this quote from Norman Vincent Peale. He was a pastor and an author, and he said, "I'm not getting people upset with me as much. I must be slipping." The key word is the word rejoice. It doesn't say enjoy when you're put down for Christ. It says rejoice. Now, there's a big difference between enjoyment and rejoicing. You might say, how? Well, enjoyment means getting pleasure out of something. Rejoicing means choosing to have a positive attitude in spite of it. If you're taking notes, that's a good one to write down. Rejoicing means choosing to have a positive attitude in spite of it. See, God doesn't say enjoy persecution. He says rejoice in it. Keep a positive attitude. It is a choice to rejoice. So here's some reasons the Bible tells us that we can rejoice when we're suffering. Why? Why should I rejoice? Peter lists 3 reasons. I'll give you one of them today. Suffering draws me closer to Jesus. He says, these trials will make you partners with Christ in his suffering. And then afterwards, you will have the wonderful joy of sharing his glory. You notice the word partner there. In Greek, it is the word koinonia, and that's the word for fellowship. Fellowship means you get to know somebody like up close and personal. Closeness, intimacy, commonness. It says, when you suffer for Jesus' name, you have fellowship with Jesus Christ. It draws you closer to him. When you go through suffering with anybody, it always bonds you closer to them. Ask any war veteran. The suffering that they went through with their platoon bonds them together. Or when people go through a disaster together, it brings them closer together. Or when families experience the same problem, it brings them closer together. It says when you suffer for doing the right thing, it actually draws you closer to Jesus Christ. I'll close with this. Philippians 3 says it like this, 3:10. The Apostle Paul said, I want to know Christ and the fellowship of his suffering. See, it's the same thing. That word, fellowship, is the Greek word koinonia. I want to know, he says, not only about Jesus, but I want to know him personally. How do you get to know him personally? Because there's a difference between knowing about God and knowing God. Big difference. How do you get to know Christ as a personal friend? Well, you've got to go through the fire. And when you go through the fire for Jesus, you're going through the fire with Jesus. It draws you closer to him. And so I want to encourage you as we close up, let this time of COVID craziness draw you closer to Jesus. Remember, he's right there with you.